You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching this, welcome back to another weekly recap from FanDuel. Go over week 4, what happened in week 4 and how I did in FanDuel. Now, y'all, I was supposed to drop that video yesterday, but unfortunately, because of my schedule, I wasn't able to get to it, so I'm doing it now. So let's get into the video. Oh yeah, and before I get to this, y'all, this is not financial advice when I show you my FanDuel results. I'm just showing you how I did, so it just gives y'all full transparency of how I'm doing. So keep in mind, I'm not telling you to play FanDuel because I'm going against pros and they're very skilled. So if you don't know what you're doing, you could lose a lot of money. Just keep that in mind. And y'all, let's go ahead and start. Thursday was a Cardinals versus Seattle game. Sam Darnold balling. That's why I didn't understand why the well, let me rephrase that. I understand why the Vikings let him go, but Sam Darnold, if you have a good team around him, it shows you that he can produce, and that goes with a lot of quarterbacks in this league. If you go to a bad team, a bad offensive line with no weapons, of course you're not going to do well. But if you get a decent offensive line with some solid weapons, you're going to be fine. I think that was in Ireland. The Steelers beat the Vikings. The Commanders lost to the Falcons, but remember, Jaden Daniels didn't play. The Bills blew out the Saints. I knew that was going to happen. Detroit beat the Browns. Knew that was going to happen. And the Texans blew out the Titans. My Pats blew out the Panthers, which I knew that was going to happen. If it didn't, I would be upset by that. The Chargers lost to the Giants. Dart was balling. We have to wait and see how they do, because with Dart first game, with Cam Scatterboo's starting as well, it might be time for the young guns to go ahead and let them out there and let them ball out. And the Eagles was able to come back and beat Tampa Bay. But if you've been watching that team, AJ Brown doesn't seem happy, but I understand. If your team is so dominant running the football, there's not going to be a lot of time for you to pass, especially if you're ahead. The Colts lost to the Rams, but I'm impressed by the Colts. Danny Dimes was out there balling. The Jaguars beat San Francisco. Lamar and them let me down. The Ravens got stomped by the Chiefs. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. Them being 1-3, if I was Baltimore, I would be worried, because you haven't had this bad of a start in a while. The Bears was able to beat the Raiders. The Packers and the Cowboys ended in that tough draw. And on Monday night, we had the Jets lose to the Dolphins. And then we had the Broncos stomp the Bengals. Now, y'all, let me give you my FanDuel results. I'm gonna put them up on the screen, and as you see, y'all, I did win, and I'm gonna show you my lineup. I had Brock Purdy, Cam Scatterboo, Omarion Hampton, Ted McMillan, Ricky Pearsall, Puka Nacua, Ty Warren, Christian McCaffrey, and the Texans defense. We are ready to week 5, and I just want to say I appreciate all the support I've been getting on my FanDuel episodes. And remember, I will drop my FanDuel top cash plays and GPP plays on Saturdays. So if you're gonna play in week 5, whether it's fantasy football and DFS or fantasy football, ESPN, whatever you're playing, season long, whatever, I wish y'all the best. I will see y'all in the next video.